In the previous class, we have discussed about the C format specifiers. Okay, today in this class, we are going to discuss about C variable values. Okay, we are going to discuss about C variables values, how to change the values of the variables which are declared and initialized with some particular value. How to change those values? Let us see in this video in detail. Okay, so change variable values. If you assign a new value to an existing variable, the new value will be replaced the old one. Okay, for example, I have declared the variable a int, which is of type int, and I have assigned 15 to it. Okay, int a is equal to 15 semicolon. Now the value of a is 15, right? Now after some time, if I wanted to change my a value to 10, and I should write a is equal to 10. Now what happens is, the 15, which is the previous value or the initial value which I have assigned to the variable a in the time of declaration and initialization, will be replaced with the value 10. Okay, that's the meaning of this point. If you assign a new value to an existing variable, the new value will replace the old one. Okay, example, int myNum is equal to 15. Okay, this is the initial value of myNum, that is 15. So now the myNum is 15. Again, after some time, what I have done is myNum is equal to 10. Now myNum is will be 10 by replacing the 15. Okay, this is the thing. Note, this is normal and expected. Variables are meant to change while a program runs, right? Variable is nothing but it is not constant, right? It means it is going to change throughout the program, right? So it is common, quite common. So let us see how this particular program works. Okay, let me remove this particular comment. Okay, I am going to show you each and every small detail. Okay, that's why I am making videos. So hash include stdio.h, this is common for any program to use the scanf and printf functions. And then int main is the starting point of the C programming language, and we need to use the flower braces. In that flower braces, we are going to write the statements. So these are the statements. So let me print the value of myNum after initializing it with 15. So myNum will be equal to %d, which is the format specifier which we have discussed in the previous class, %d, and then myNum. Okay, so myNum semicolon. Okay, and also let me use this particular printf statement after changing the value of myNum to 10, and let us observe the output what we are going to get. So save the code, and we are going to run the code using the terminal. Just a second, the terminal is getting ready. Let me open the new terminal. Just a second. Okay, new terminal. So it is going to take some time. Yeah, it's there. So GCC, we are going to run the GCC, and it is going to verify, and we are going, there are no any error, so that it is generated the theory executable file. So I'm going to run the theory executable file. You can see the output myNum is equal to 15, myNum is equal to 10. I haven't used the /n, right? We know that printf is by default not going to add the new line character at the end, so that you need to use the /n, which is a escape sequence. So I have running the code again. So you can see the myNum is equal to 15. Before, after initialization of the variable to myNum is equal to 15, we are going to see the printf statement, that is myNum is equal to 15. When I have changed the value myNum 15 to 10, that is showing value of myNum as 10 only. It means the 15 is got replaced with 10. So this is how the variables works. Changing of variables is going to work. So let me discuss the next points as well. So this is quite simple thing, but I am going to discuss this particular thing as well in very deep manner to make you guys understand. There will be some people who are completely new to C programming. Okay, so I am going to keep those people in mind and going to make these lectures. Okay, so this is normal and expected. Variables are meant to change while a program runs. Yeah, you can change. You can also assign the value of one variable to another. in the previous class what we have done is we have just changed the value. Okay, first we have assigned the value 15 and then we have changed the variable value with the help of the value itself, that is 10, right? Now what happens is 15 is got replaced with 10, right? So not only like that, you can also assign the value of one variable to another. It means we can assign one variable to another to change the value of the variable. So let us see an example. So my num is equal to 15, my other num is equal to 23. These are the two variables of int data type. One is storing the 15 and one is storing the 23. Assign the value of my num to assign the value of my other num to myNum. So what we are going to do is we are going to assign the value of my other name to myNum. So how we are going to do that? That is myNum is equal to my other num. Your it is not mean, it is not like that 23. My other num is 23, so we need to assign 23 to myNum. No, not like that. What I have told you, right? What I have told you is we are going to use another variable to assign the value, not the value. So that we are going to use the my other name. Okay, now what happens is my other name value, that is 23, is going to be stored in the mynum. Okay, so mynum is now 23 and my other num is also now 23. Okay, so let me execute the code and show you guys, just a second. Okay, I am going to show you each and every detail because I told you, right, these lectures are for those who are completely beginners to C programming language. Okay, hash include std, I wanted to use the standard input output, those are printf and scantref, and then uh, int main, where this it is the starting point of the C programming. Flower braces, we should place whole thing in flower braces. And then what now I am doing, what now I am going to do is I am going to print the print the values of my num and my other num after initial initialization of those values. So that I am going to use the printf my num, right? My num is equal to percentile d 0d comma my num. Okay, my num. Next I am going to use the same printf statement to print the my other name as well. My other name as well. My other num as well. My other name is equal to percentile 0d comma my other num. Okay, my other num, sorry, my other num. Okay, this is how we are going to print the statement. So I forgot to add the slash n, which is an escape sequence, which is going to add the new line character at the end of the printf statement. So just copy these two statements, and after the assignment of variable one variable to another variable, we are going to use again printf statement. Just remove this particular thing. Okay, now just give the return 0. If you are going to give or not, there is no problem. Okay, but it is better to give a good programmer will give it. So let us save the code and rerun the gcc and run the executable file. So you can see the output as there is something, yeah, you should give the slash and hover is the hover here as well. So let me rerun the code, and then yeah, you can see the output. My num is equal to 15. And my other name is also equal to 23. It means initially when you have done initialization of my num with 15 and my other num with 23, when you are going to use the printf statement to print the both the variables, we can observe the both the variables values as my num is equal to 15 and my other num is equal to 23. After using the assigning the value of my other num to my num with the help of the variable name my other num. Okay, now what happens is the value in my other num will get stored in the my num. The value of my other num is 23, so 23 is going to stored in the my num, replacing the previous value, which is 15. Okay, you need to notice a point, that is my other num value is not getting erased. Okay, after assignment of one variable to another variable, whenever you can see the output of print statement, that is my num is equal to 23 and my other num is also equal to 23. it means it is just copying, it is not going to cut the value. Okay, it is not going to cut the value from my other num to my num. It is just copying the value of my other num to my num. It is not cutting the value. That's the point you need to notice it. And that, and the value of and the value is going to and the value 15 is going to vanish. Why? Because we are going to store the value of my other num in the my num, right? So it is going to get vanished. So this is the point you need to remember. Next, okay, I hope you got the point. Whenever you are going to use the variable to assign it to another variable, then the value is getting copied, not it is going to cut. Okay, so you can copy values. See, you can even copy values into variables that we were declared earlier without a value. So this is let us see an example. Okay, what does it means, so let me tell you. So you can even copy value into variable that were declared earlier without a value. It means here in the above code what we have done is we have created two variables, and also we have initialized those values, those variables with certain values, right? So even you are not even not like this also, you can also use like this. How? It means you can create a variable and assign a value to it, and also you just declare a variable. Okay, you can just declare a variable that is my other name without giving any initial value. Okay, now you can assign mynum to my other name. Okay, this is also fine. Okay, copy the value of mynum to my other num. Okay, with even not giving the initial value of my other initial value to my other name. Okay, you can also use the variable to copy value into it. Okay, that's the point, that's the above point which is given over here. So my num is 15 now. Yeah, why? Because my other num is 15. Why? Because we have assigned my num to my other num where my num is 15, right? So that my other num will also become 15. Okay, so this is how we are going to see the output. So let me show you the output. Why? Because then only you can able to understand. Okay, even if my explanation fails, then definitely the example showcasing will be able to understand to you guys. As include std io.h and int main, you know that, right? Why we are going to use them? As because as include std io.h is going to use the printf and scanf statements, and whereas int main is going to use because every C program is going to start from the main function. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to use two printf statements. Printf, after initialization and declaration of my num and declaration of my other num, we are going to use two particular printf statement, that is my num is equal to percentile d 0d comma, I am going to give the parameter that as my num. And the next printf statement, before that you need to use the escape sequence, that is a slash n. The next printf statement that we are going to give over here is printf my other num. Okay, something is happened here. My other num, I haven't initialized the value of my other name, I just declared, right? So even though I am going to print it, let us see what value we are going to get. Okay, so after assigning after assigning the my num to my other num, let us see what values will be there in my num and my other num as well. So just remove this, just paste it. Okay, return 0, save the code and then run the gcc and then executable file. You can see the values. My num is equal to 15. Okay, by because we have declared and then initialized the my num with 15, right? My other num is equal to 0. Why? Because we just declared the my other num, that's it. We haven't initialized it with any other value, so that it is going to print 0. And after the assignment of my num to my other num, we can see the values of my num and my other num. My num is as usual 15 and my other num is 15. Why? Because the value of myNum is getting copied into the my other num. Okay, the value of myNum is not getting erased. It is not going to cut. Okay, it is getting copied. Okay, so this is the point you need to remember. Okay, next let us move into the next statements as well. Add variables together. Okay, you can use mathematical operators to work with variables. Okay, it means not only just assigning the values. Okay, we can also not only just changing the values, we can also use the mathematical operators, and we can also use the variables itself. Okay, so let us see. For example, to add one variable to another, you use the operator plus. Okay, operator plus is going to use it to add one variable to another. Okay, for example, int x equal to 5, which is a variable, we have initialized the x with 5, and int y is equal to 0, y equal to 6, which is another variable of type int, and the value assigned to it is 6. And then we have taken the another variable, that is sum. Okay, we have given the value with the help of the mathematical operation. Okay, we haven't initialized the sum variable, we directly given the mathematical operator in operation in between variables. Previously what we have done is we have assigned the values, right? First we have assigned the value to the variable, and then we have changed it with the help of value. In the second case, what we have done is we have assigned the values to two different variables. Okay, and then what we have done is we have assigned later we have assigned one variable value to another variable. That is also possible. And the third case, what we have done is we have declared and initialized a variable with some value. After that, we have just declared the variable. We just declared the variable without initialization. Later we have assigned the variable which is declared and initialized earlier to it. Okay, this is the third case. And the fourth case is we have taken three variables. Two of them are initialized with some random values, and the third variable is not initialized. It is just declared, and it is initialized with the mathematical operation, that is addition in between previously declared two variables, that is sum. Previously declared two variables, those are x and y, and the variable which we are going to you take it is take it here is sum, right? So this is the points you need to be noticed. Okay, so next we are going to print the print we are going to print the sum. Okay, just a second, let me execute the code as well. Even though it is so simple, I'm going to execute it because most of the people might not get understood my words, so that even if they are going to see the output, then they might get understood what I'm going to tell them. Okay, so simply, okay, I'm going to simply just print the sum. Okay, I'm going to give the matter, that is text, that is sum equal to, save the code and then rerun the program. Sum equal to 11, you can see the sum equal to 11. Okay, so 6 plus 5 will be equal to 11, right? So this is how we are going to assign we are going to change the variable values. Okay, next point we are going to discuss, because this is very basic topic, even though I am going to stress it a lot. Why? Because most of the people might don't know about C, even full form, not there is no full form at all, but even though they don't know even little bit things. Okay, those people will definitely useful this lecture. But those who guys will know C programming language in very good manner or medium level, then those people will get bored. Definitely, I agree. Yeah, you can also update a variable with using its current value. Okay, example, int x equal to 5 and x equal to x plus 1. Okay, we can also update, we can also update variable with its current value. Okay, we can also give like this. Okay, x equal to x plus 1 means you just update the x value by 1, by 1. Okay, you just increase the x value, previous x value, by 1. That's the meaning of this particular line. See, we just printed the statement. Writing x equal to x plus 1 means take the current value of x and then add 1 to it. Okay, it means we are going to take the current value of x and we are going to add the 1 to it. Then it is going to become a new value and it is going to store it in x itself. Okay, that's the point of this particular code. Let me execute this code as well. So just remove it. I will tell you. Okay, hash include stdio.h. io.h. I think int main. Okay, just save the code and run the program. So you can see the output, that is x value is 6, right? So let see, we have just printing the x, right? X value is 6. Why? Because previously we have initialized x value with 5. Now what we are going to do is we are going to assign a value of x plus 1 to the x itself. Previously x value is 5. Now we are going to assign the value of x plus 1, that is 6, to the x itself. So that we are going to get the output as 6. So this is also valid. Okay, in C programming mostly we are going to use this particular statements only in the uh, for loop and all other loops. We are going to use this particular logic only. Okay, so this is most important. Okay, so I think that's it for the lecture. I think so. Let me summarize the video for you before moving closing the lecture. Okay, just a second. This is the summary of this particular lecture. That is, this point you need to remember: ways of changing the variable values after declaring those, by another value, by another variable, by mathematical operation between variable, or by updating the variable itself. So okay, this is the point, single point you can remember from this lecture. That is the conclusion of this particular uh, lecture. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, thank you guys. Have a nice day.